and welcome to Newsline, a 30-minute presentation of the most compelling news from Liberia and the rest of the world. Today is Thursday, February 8th, 2024. I am Vafli Kamara presenting. In the headlines, President Joseph Boakai declares his assets to the Liberia Anti-Corruption Commission.
My promise. Yesterday we did a drug test, and today we have declared our assets.
New Chinese ambassador shows practical cooperation in the next phase of China-Liberia relations.
Although China and Liberia are far apart, we share the same future and have the same expectation for the international order. We are obliged to support each other.
Liberia Broadcasting System gets new Director General designate, former Deputy Information Minister Eugene Fagon. And away from home, Ghanaian government suspends controversial power tax after public outcry. These and many more stories, including sports, the water report, are coming up. First, Grace Moleyeze and the news bulletin.
President Joseph Boakai has declared his assets at the Liberia Anti-Corruption Commission in fulfillment of his promise to the Liberian people. President Boakai's action is in line with Section 10.1 of the Code of Conduct, which mandates all public officials to declare their assets. Addressing Executive Mansion reporters after his assets declaration process, the Liberian leader promised his administration's commitment to lead on the path of transparency and accountability.
If we want to prosper in this country, we want to develop, want to make this country a country of the future for younger generation, we have to do the right thing. So I have declared my assets to make sure that they find out what I'm bringing to the table, so that in the future I can be judged by it.
President Boakai said ascending to power is to change the lives of citizens for the better, a goal he noted government remains committed to. The president also encouraged all public officials to follow suit in the spirit of national development. Chinese ambassador to Liberia Yin Cheng-wu has assured sincere and practical cooperation in the relationship between Liberia and China. Ambassador Yin said, like the rest of Africa, China's relationship with Liberia would continue to be built on mutually rewarding friendly policies. The ambassador reaffirmed his government's commitment to the president arrest agenda, which he said aligns with Chinese President Xi Jinping's thoughts on achieving a moderately prosperous society for mankind.
Although China and Liberia are far apart, we share the same future and have the same expectation for the international order. We are obliged to support each other, work in solidarity, and contribute wisdom and strength to build a community with a shared future for mankind.
He was speaking Wednesday in Painesville at programs marking the Chinese Year and his formal assumption of duty in Liberia. Ambassador Yin added that the similarity between the development policies of the two countries makes it compelling to take their development cooperation to greater heights in the new era. Vice President Jeremiah Kung has lauded the Chinese government for its long years of support to the government and people of Liberia. Vice President Kung said the Liberian government values so highly its relationship with China and looks forward to strengthening it for the benefit of both sides. He then reaffirmed Liberia's commitment to the One China policy, promising to continue the partnership in furtherance of the country's development.
Like Ambassador Boakai said, we are going to work with the Chinese people, the Chinese government. We'll partner with you to benefit our both countries. And some of the work you started, we want to say thank you for it. And we want to say we will continue that relationship to make sure our both countries can benefit from the relationship that we got.
The Liberian vice president was speaking Wednesday at the reception marking Chinese New Year and the official assumption of duty of Chinese ambassador to Liberia, Yin Cheng-wu. He urged the Chinese embassy to continue its engagements with the government with the aim of seeking new areas of enhanced cooperation. The state-run Liberia Broadcasting System now has a new Director General designate. He is Eugene Fagon. Prior to his nomination, the LBS Director General designate served as Deputy Information Minister for Public Affairs before his fallout with the former CDC administration. Mr. Fagon was a strong campaigner of President Joseph Boakai during the 2023 elections. Chief Justice Siane Yo has constituted a review committee on revised courts, rules, and professional ethics in the justice system. Former Chief Justice Francis Kokpo has been named as chairperson of the committee. Members of the committee include retired Associate Justice Philip Banks, former Associate Justice Wilkins Wright, Councillor Gladys Johnson, and Judges Roosevelt Willie, Usman Fika and Betty Lamen Blamo. Others are George Goda Bona Elliott, Councillors Ruth Japa, Jala Babu, Cyril Jones, Sylvester Rennie, and Edwin Glossy. The committee, according to Justice Yo, is charged with the responsibility to review present instruments, identify challenges, shortcomings, and advance recommendations for perusal and action. And police in Margibi County have intensified patrol to apprehend alleged perpetrators of mysterious deaths in Kakata and other parts of the county. Our correspondent said the police are investigating one Hillary Dennis in connection with the death of a 7-year-old student in the county. Beatrice Hine was discovered dead in the Green Hill community with eyes, toes, and tongue extracted. According to our correspondent, 6 other bodies have been discovered in different communities in the capital and immediate environs. Meanwhile, the police have assured citizens in the county of their preparedness to bring the situation under control.
Chris Molly is there with the news bulletin. You're listening to Newsline on ELBC Radio. One of the big stories we're following this afternoon, Liberia Broadcasting System gets new Director General designate, former Deputy Information Minister Eugene Fagon. Well, in accordance with Section 10.1 of the Code of Conduct, President Joseph Boakai has declared his assets at the Liberia Anti-Corruption Commission. The Code of Conduct mandates all public officials and civil servants involved in making decisions to declare their assets and liabilities prior to taking office and thereafter. President Boakai, in an interview with reporters after the process, committed government to lead on the path of transparency and accountability.
Need to set example as leaders. And when we say things, we should do that. We would like to say today, I declare my assets because I believe that's what we should be doing. And you have to start with yourself. If we want to